Today we're actually going to do Tonglen again because I forgot to press record. It was Jane's fault. She was distracting me. I forgot. I forgot. I was just chatting, but so that everyone can have a chance to listen to it. And then after that, I will do a poll to see if there's any meditations people particularly didn't like or particularly liked. And then going forward, we can either do all 5 we've done already, or just like a smaller number, or it's just like, we'll do, if people want to say do the body scan more often, we can do the body scan more often, or whatever, just see what people say they want. And also we'll have a recording of each one so people can go back to ones they want and ones they like and do them again. So apologies for having to explain Tonglen again, but basically Tonglen is a word that means taking and sending. And it's basically a meditation practice which gives us a structure to work with both our own pain and suffering, whether that's emotional or physical pain, and also to connect us to the pain of others. And as I said the last time, it's just like in the group when somebody posts that they're having a hard time. I find it kind of stops me thinking about my own problems, because I start to think, oh, they're having a hard time, and it kind of makes me realize I'm not the only one dealing with this stuff. And this practice has an element of that as well, that we start off just working with our own pain, and then we sort of try and think about all the other people who are experiencing similar stuff to us. And then eventually we just think about everyone in the entire world who's experiencing pain, just to kind of, I guess, make us realize, I mean, most of us do understand that everyone goes through hard stuff. I mean, many of us are kind of at the extreme end of experiencing difficult stuff. And I know people in the group more so than me. I consider myself fortunate, but anyway, this is a meditation that's actually taught to people at end of life, as well as a way for them to kind of deal with what they're going through. And the essential meditation is simple. It's just, when you breathe in, you just imagine either your pain or other people's pain going in kind of through your chest area. And then when you breathe out, you imagine that white light of sort of healing and love and compassion going out in response to that pain. So when we breathe in, we imagine, and you can often visualize the pain as kind of black smoke, if you like, going in through sort of center of your chest into your heart area. And then as you breathe out, you imagine white light of love and healing and peace and just comfort going out. And this is a meditation I do somewhere else every Sunday night, and we do it for Ukraine. And we imagine all the suffering there coming in, and then imagine sending them out. Peace and just whatever. I mean, it's tough there. So we do this in 3 stages. I've actually forgotten my little bell. So today has a bigger bell, but it's still quite gentle, I hope. Quite gentle, I hope that's all right. It's a Tibetan singing bell, but I can tell you it came from Essex, not Tibet, but I think it's none the worse for that. And so we start off for 5 minutes. We imagine breathing in or taking in our own pain. And then on the out breath, sending ourselves love and healing. And we do that for 5 minutes. And then after that, we imagine, we can sort of visualize everyone with ME. You can do it in a sort of abstract sense, or you can imagine people you actually know from the group or elsewhere. And just imagine everyone with ME, just imagine taking in their suffering if you could. I mean, if you could, wouldn't you want to just remove all their suffering and pain? And then on the out breath, you send them healing light and love and just joy and peace and stability and feeling okay, feeling safe. Just want to send all those things. And then for the final 5 minutes, we just imagine taking on the pain and suffering of everyone in the world. If that feels too much for you, you can just go back to the first stage of working with yourself or the second stage of working with people with ME. So it's up to you. But we'll just start off with ourselves, and I'll just ring the bell to start. So we just imagine all of our emotional and physical pain going towards our heart area as we breathe in. Just imagine all our pain going towards there. Then as we breathe out, we imagine white light going out in response to that and just giving us healing and love and relief. And again, as we breathe in, we just breathe in and imagine all our emotional and physical pain being drawn to our heart area. And in response, white light of healing and peace and love gets sent out to all parts of our body and our mind. It's a bit like Rebecca's Sunday post on self-compassion. We just have to remember to be kind to ourselves. We all know this is a tough illness. And I know I can certainly get hung up on if I've done too much, I can be angry at myself thinking, well, you should have known to stop. You should have known not to do that. You knew you'd get sick afterwards. But this is a harsh and unforgiving illness. We know even if we do things properly and pace properly and eat all the right things and take all the right supplements, we can still get flare-ups, we can still get PEM. It's just, yeah, so whether we made mistakes or not, it's good to be gentle with ourselves as what we're dealing with isn't easy. So we imagine all that pain going towards our heart area, whether from right down to our feet, in our arms, our back, chest, wherever. Then again on the out breath, all that healing light coming out and going right to our extremities, right to our fingers and our toes, up into our head, just bathing our often anxious and worried mind in white light, and all of our sore muscles. And keep doing that, breathing in and breathing out. And if there's a particular part of your body that is more painful than another today, you can just concentrate on that. My shoulders are hurting today, and so my upper back, so I can just imagine the pain of that area going into my heart area as black smoke, and then in response, white light of healing coming out there, going to my upper back, just bathing those muscles in white light, letting them relax, just be at rest. And if I've got worries, I can just imagine all those worries going down as black smoke, or even kind of jagged, sort of anxious energy. I can imagine that going from my head or wherever in my body into my heart area. And again, in response, white light coming out just to calm and soothe me for a bit. Now we think about other people with ME, whether it's people you know or just the idea we know there's so many people with this disease and long COVID and who are suffering and struggling. And we can either visualize them in front of us or think about the idea of them and imagine on the in-breath all their pain and struggle coming in as dark smoke into our heart area. And on the out-breath, we just, in return, send out white light of compassion and healing and wishing them well, sending them love and kindness. And keep doing that. Breathing in their pain and suffering. Breathing out love and healing. Just breathe in that pain and struggle. Breathing out love, healing, compassion, peace, joy, just sending people things to comfort them. If there's anyone in particular, you know, having a particularly hard time at the moment, you can think of them and imagine taking on their suffering in particular. And breathing out love and healing to them. Breathing in their pain and suffering. Breathing out love, healing, kindness. Now, if you wish, you can think about everyone around the world who's in pain and breathe in their pain and suffering. Or if you would prefer, you can either stay with taking on the pain of people with ME, or going back to the first stage of taking on your own pain, breathing yourself out, healing light. But if you wish to do this third stage, then we just imagine everyone around the world who's in pain or struggling in some way. We just imagine taking on their suffering, coming in through our heart center. It may come in through our back as well, into our heart center as black smoke. And then we radiate out white light of healing and love to everyone who's suffering. And we're joined in an interconnected web of everyone who's going through a hard time at the moment, everyone in pain, everyone struggling. Breathe in their pain into our heart area. And as soon as the black smoke goes in there, it just disappears, and then white light comes out in response, radiating in all directions to everyone in the world. We keep on breathing in, wishing to free others of their pain, wishing others to be free of the kind of pain we experience and all their pains. And wishing them health, healing, and love. As always, just take your time to come to and open your eyes. You can wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Come back to normal waking consciousness. If you're feeling cozy and relaxed, you can feel free to stay like that for as long as you like. Just take your time. There's no hurry. Thank you for coming to this Meditation Monday. And we'll be here again, same time next week. So take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon.